it when he's like making the face of being grossed out and he's got spit on. So he kind of ducks and like he jumps to the left to get out of the way. The dad's rushing at him, so he doesn't have time to like move out of the way as well. So he trips on the kid's leg as he jumps out of the way. You know what I mean? Like the dad's running, he jumps.
Wait, Sarah.
So because he's like obviously getting and at that point,
Who's that in the mirror? Who's that in the mirror? You go get your reflection. Go get your reflection. Who's that in the mirror? Oh, that's a bad puppy in the mirror, is it? That's a bad puppy.
Damn. It's Apollo's.
kind of like, and he goes to get back up, and the teacher's just kind of like running to the other side.
Ooh, Solomon Grundy.
Kind of grateful that there's a bunch of other teachers there.
Let's go with the animated Batman. Batman, yes.
You really need to relax. Like, you need to relax. It's not that serious. And when everybody's intervening, he kind of calms down a little bit, right? They have to hold him down for a bit. But he gets up, and the anger comes back, and he starts, like, trying to fight the teacher. And so everyone's holding him back again, and he's like, you're a garbage teacher. You're a garbage teacher. I'm going to get you fired. Trust me.
Damn.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Like, there's no way you're going to keep this job after the way you treated me and my son. Trust me. I'm coming for you. I know the person who runs this program. You're fired. And he's just freaking out. So after a while, it was...
Raish and his forces are based underneath Arkham City, extracting some kind of naturally occurring chemical he's called Lazarus. He's been using it for centuries, slowly perfecting the process, until he was even able to bring himself back from the dead. He forced me to. Small doses appear to heal most ailments, but even the small amount I ingested had a few nasty side effects. Prolonged exposure has driven Raish over the edge.
So, you think you're cured?
No, the effects are temporary. Raish tried to convince me to use his pit, but the risks are too great. When I'm done here, I'll need to investigate this Lazarus technology further. I told Raish to shut his pit down.
And you think he will?
Unlikely. Raish is addicted to the pit. I've given him one chance to break that addiction, or I'll be back to do it myself.
All in all, man, people like that,
What's the matter, Buster?
Really love to hang out with you. You're just gonna make them uncomfortable and like have a lot of anxiety about trying anything new. I feel like this is a situation, where if your parents expect you to go pro in everything, you just never actually like master anything because there's just so much pressure. Also, to the dad, man, spitting on people has got to be like one of the wackest things you can do, bro. Spitting, come on, over a skateboarding lesson, like spitting at somebody, bruh. Like, you should have been, you're the same age as the kid taking the lesson. You should have taken the lesson instead. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought. And, of course, subscribe if you're new and turn on those notifications. I would really, really appreciate it. If you really want to help me out, I will put a link to the intro song down below along with my content. Feel free to check
Damn it.
out. And if you really want to help me out, you can use
Just
code
yeet off the edge.
Check out.
Got distracted by one thing and got yeeted off the edge. And now we leave. Hey, Buster.
Big things start with kids at play. And play with diverse characters.
Welcome to r/pro revenge, where this roommate gets revenge on his horrible roommates by setting a number of strategical alarms throughout the morning, every single day, until his roommate got used to them, and therefore didn't wake up anymore. I secretly trained my roommates to not respond to his morning alarms. I was in college, a senior. My roommate was a sophomore, but it was his first time living in a dorm. He'd been a pretty lousy roommate.
God dang it.
Constantly left the room a mess, left his stuff on my side of the room and on my bed, stole my alcohol and used my stuff without permission, never cleaned up my dishes after he used them, and a bunch of other stuff. I confronted him about all these issues on several occasions, and got the resident advisor involved with the alcohol stealing issue, because at the time, he was under 21. Things still continued anyways. He asked me once if it was okay if his girl spent the night, which I said no. We were in the middle of a pandemic, plus that's especially weird if I was there. I also had to wake up every day at 8 for work, which he knew, and he would stay up until 2 a.m. playing video games. Not to mention, he would set like 10 alarms in the morning with a bunch of different alarm times. I hit a breaking point and decided to do something cool. Every morning when I woke up, I'd observe his alarm pattern and how he'd respond. He had several alarms that he'd ignore, all with the same sound. He had a couple of half-hour alarms that had a unique sound, also ignored, and then the final alarm had its own sound too, all of them with default iPhone sounds. So his brain had been trained to this alarm pattern for a while, I'd assumed. So I started step 1 of the punishments. Set up a sequence of alarms on my phone, identical to his sequence, but an hour early. He responded to my alarms the exact same way he'd respond to his own. I kept this up for a week, and his brain was eventually retrained to sleep through double the amount of alarms as before. Then phase 2 kicked in. Random inconsistencies in my alarm pattern. Some days I'd play all the alarms, while other days I'd only play one that his brain was trained to ignore. That way, his brain expects to sleep through
Come on.
20 alarms.
Whee!
We slept through his alarm at least 4 times in 2 weeks. Eventually, he finally changed his alarm pattern, so he'd only have one alarm, and he no longer had the energy to stay up until 2 a.m. Yeah, fair enough, OP. Doesn't sound like the best roommate to live with. I agree with everything you did. I think it was completely justified, and let's be honest, it was pretty freaking clever. I don't think I would have even thought of that idea in the first place, let alone have put it into place like you did. Brilliant stuff. However, one thing I've got to say, what's wrong with playing games at 2 a.m? Not that I'd never do that, of course, but just wondering, just for, like, my mate who does that, what's wrong with it? I'll let him know. Cheers. Now moving on to our second story of revenge. Now this one is an absolute cracker. Don't want to let me tinker? Alright then, let's do business. My grandpa was a successful man, and in his mid-60s, he decided he wanted to take a step back. So he started selling off his businesses. He sold his various businesses and spent the next few years traveling. As he approached 70, he got bored. In addition,
So you actually completed enough of my challenges. Was it hard? I hope so. Because it is time for a reward. And what's more rewarding than a riddle?
The more there is, the less you see. Darkness.
The more there is, the less you see. What could I be?
That's simple. Darkness. Come on, give me a challenge.
Solve my riddle. I suppose a reward is due. I'm running a little game of chance that you may be interested in playing. Here's your invitation.
That's a pretty good riddle, though.
to a few new grandchildren, so he needed a bigger house. He sold the home that he bought after he got back from Vietnam and bought this massive house on this large piece of land. His property also came with a massive steel barn that looked like this. Now, for those of you listening on podcast platforms, it's pretty much a massive green barn. It looks very impressive, I'll be honest. I want one? Yeah, I don't know what to do with it, but alright, it looks cool, alright, let me alone. Anyway, I'm not sure if he'd ever told anyone about his plans, but right after he got the property, he dumped a ton of money into all his equipment and converted his barn into a mechanics free. Here are just some things that I remember it having. A professional lift, capable of lifting full-size trucks. Those professional oil catchers you see at cruise. A dedicated air compressor system that was designed to power all his power tools. A tyre machine to mount new tyres. So much equipment in general, and his tool corner was a massive corner of this massive barn. His plan? To fix cars, especially for people in need. He lived in a rural community. If you didn't have a car, that was a big problem. So he let everyone know at his local church that he was willing to work on their cars if they provided the parts. He only took a few jobs a week. He was doing this to enjoy himself and help those that needed it. He'd, of course, change oil, change the transmission fluid, and all kinds of various repairs. My grandpa was a talented mechanic. However, he kept the amount of work limited. He was also selective. If you were in need, he'd want to fix your cars. If you had the means to pay, he declined and asked.
My gifts are from the Real because I always feel very confident in what I get when I know it's been authenticated. The thrill of the hunt. They have things I never thought I'd see again.
I'm gonna relish the gifts and the smiles.
Top designers, up to 90% off retail. All I want for Christmas is Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Hermes, Prada, Rolex, Cartier.
Real stuff at a really good price.
Unwrap the unexpected with the Real.
Shop over 10,000 new arrivals daily. Get 20% off at the Real. Terms apply.
Asked to go elsewhere. What a selfless man. One day, the owner of the local car dealership came by and told my grandpa that he couldn't stop fixing other people's cars if he wasn't properly licensed, didn't have the proper insurance, and was hurting his business.
Dang it, I need the upgrade to get on top. Damn it.
He does a few cars a week. The owner told him he needs to cut it out, or he's going to sue my grandpa out of business. My grandpa said,
dang it, I knew I should have upgraded that.
What was this guy going to sue him out of? The owner walked out.
Fuck.
A little while later, my grandpa got served. He was being sued by the owner of the car dealership. My grandpa thought he'd take a trip down to the dealership and try and reason with the man. He hoped he could come to an understanding. My grandpa spoke to the owner and basically explained, 1, he only works on people's cars who are down on their luck. The fact is that people's cars that he fixes probably couldn't afford to pay a professional dealership to fix their vehicle. 2, he only does a few cars a week. And 3, he's not all that interested in getting into a fight over his hobby. But he's not going to back down. Well, they ended up in court. By this point, my grandpa had hired a lawyer who was able to get the city to approve a commercial garage on his property. It helped that he lived on the outskirts of town and had 6 acres of property. The court told my grandpa his auto repair shop is operating illegally. If my grandpa wants to continue, he's going to need to get a business license, get the proper insurance, and if he does that, he'll be good to go. Now, what do you think a man who has nothing but time and money in this situation is going to do? He's going to get his business license and insurance, of course, which he did, and that surprised no one. But he went further. He got a dedicated phone line, ran into his shop, he hired a full-time mechanic, he put up a professional sign, and he set up a little waiting area with a water cooler. What?
Hello? Who's here? Hang on a minute. Forget that I put the freaking thing over my chat. Hang on a minute. Forget that I put... interesting. Where do I go again? Fuck.
Shocked everyone even more was that he ran a local TV ad saying he was a pay-what-you-can mechanic shop, reservations only, and he even put ads in the local paper saying the same thing. Guys, this guy is an absolute legend. Yes, folks, that's right. My grandpa is not only a licensed legal auto repair business, he has a certified mechanic on his payroll, and he's running ads. As for his prices, they were quite simple. You either bring...
Stop! The perfect gift is here. We got geeky, cheeky, adventurous.
the parts yourself and pay the mechanic whatever you wanted. The mechanic got a separate wage from my grandpa, so if you couldn't pay anything that was fine, or have my grandpa source the parts. He'd charge you at the parts, and you'd pay the mechanic whatever you want. My grandpa started taking jobs, and boy did that shop get busy. It was impossible to beat Grandpa's price, because Grandpa was essentially paying to fix your car for you. He would spend his days with a mechanic that he'd hired working on cars. He loved it. The owner of the local car dealership was furious and sued my grandpa again. They went to court, and the judge basically said that my grandpa owned a license, was insured, and the auto repair business. What he charged his customers for his services is completely up to him, even if that means doing the work for free. About a year or so later, my grandpa gets a call from a lawyer who says he's representing a potential buyer of the local car dealership. However, the buyer wants to speak to my grandpa first. My grandpa agreed, and he sat down with the new potential buyer who expressed his concerns about buying the dealership. Service is a major profit center for a dealership, and he's considering buying the local dealership. However, he doesn't want to do that if my grandpa is going to keep operating the way he is. Because obviously, it's impossible for a for-profit business to compete against someone selling their services for free. My grandpa agrees, but there's no way someone looking to make a profitable business could ever compete against him. So they came to an agreement. The owner buys the dealership, and my grandpa would only work on a few cars a week, maybe 5 or 6, only work on people's cars who are down on their luck, and probably too poor to be able to pay a professional dealership to fix their car anyway. Any parts he needs, he will buy from the dealership, and any work he declined, he'd refer to the dealership. The new owner of the dealership agreed to. Dealership must agree to let my grandpa be and stay out of his way, and the dealership must hire his mechanic. They shook hands. The local dealership was bought out, and for the next 9 years, my grandpa would fix people's cars who were down on their luck. If he had to buy parts, he'd buy from the dealership. And as for that mechanic my grandpa hired, he ended up becoming the service manager, and did quite well for himself. As for my grandpa, when he was 80, he had a heart attack in his shop. Luckily, one of his grandkids was there, and they got into the hospital, and he made a full recovery. But the doctor told him that his body just couldn't handle working in that garage anymore. He ended up shutting down after that. The next 3 years, he looked out his kitchen window, staring at his shop, remembering all the fun he had in his garage. He passed away at 83, surrounded by friends and family. Yeah, that's probably one of the most beautiful posts that I've read on Reddit in a very long time. It might actually be the most beautiful ever. That was just lovely. Everything about that was great. You know, the small man against the big corporate business. Yeah, it's not a
No, it doesn't.
business. And, you know, your grandpa's probably not a small man, but in this situation, he was chilling, doing selfless work for no profit. In fact, losing a lot of money, I reckon,
I don't know,
helping out
Barbara,
people in the community.
but I am
When
going to
big
find
business comes
out.
along, threatening him, stands up for himself. Good lad, destroying them in the meantime. It really is brilliant. I've got to say, on the whole, he's just like an incredible man, really. Like, giving a mechanic a job, buying parts of people and only ever charging them if they can afford it themselves, brilliant. Helping people out in general, just for no apparent gain other than him enjoying it. What a good lad. And I love the fact that he was just like, you know what, no, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it big. I'm running ads for this. I'm making a waiting room, yeah? If we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly. And we're going to absolutely destroy these mugs. Because why are they getting involved in the first place? No need. I don't know why you'd see it as competition, really. He was only doing a few cars per week. We're a proper local dealership. We're going to be doing more than a few cars a week, I hope. That's just a little hobby for Grandpa, but hey, you went to him in the first place, and you deserve this. Unlucky. Grandpa, you're a legend. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of r/Her Revenge. Really hope you enjoyed that. That last story in particular, brilliant. Oh, man. If you want more content just like that, check out this video on screen. And if you are new to the channel, hit this button, subscribe, turn notifications on, and you'll be notified when I post the next video. See you all then.
Eat shit.
Had to learn to do everything all over.
Is there on now? It's like every day there's more.
Dark time of my life. Cold.
Two-Face told Guido that it's all to hunt down Batman. Guido said we should keep out of the way in case we get... us in the iceberg lounge.
You said it was full of all the good stuff. It is. Look, I don't know what's going on.
Those guys in there used to work for Penguin. He found out they were undercover pigs. I heard they worked for Gordon.
What are they doing in there, then? I don't know. Maybe Batman saved them. It's Batman!
This won't take long. We'll be quick. Time to retire, Batman.
Eat shit. Ah. Whatever, I'm gonna need to upgrade it. Need to upgrade my gadgets.
Haven't seen it for hours. I think you understand the arrangement we have, Fish. You're supposed to be the one who does what I want. some ugly son of a bitch coming back here and telling me you got beaten up by someone else. I've got a reputation to hold in here. I can't just let them all think I've got something.
Good. Last time he turned up, he knocked 3 teeth out of your face. What's up? You miss him?
Like hell. I hope one of them copters is found and blown the crap out of him.
We can hope, but I doubt it. Word is he took down Penguin and then vanished. Maybe he just left.
Can you blame him? Would you still be here if you were the bad... I don't care where you are. I'll find you someday and kick the living crap out of you.
Sit down and shh. Get that one. That one first.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Bright, jewelry colors.
Alright, so this guy has parked next to this woman's car, and apparently she's not very happy about it.
Roll up, roll up. It's time for my latest game.
This is just for fun. Oh, no.
All you need to do is keep your eye on the prize.
Oh, unnecessary.
Keep your eyes open, Dark Knight. Take your pick, Batman.
I am...
Oh, you'll be driving a car like that.
I'm in disbelief. Me too.
Shall we see if you were right? What? No. How did you do that?
He's crazy, Batman! You gotta save me!
What? No, I'm not. No, he's not. What is it, Picker? Is it Picker? Oh. What is it, Picker?
You're safe now, Officer North.
Is it Picker?
Riddler gave you...
Give me the code.
I see it. That's threatening, but it's not. Wow. Guys, if you want to see more crazy people like this doing things like this, stick around. This is r/facepalm. Fun fact. If you rearrange the letters of Delta and Omicron, you get media control. Yeah, but you also get erotic almonds. What's your point?
There's no way you could have solved that one, Batman. Even
I have nothing to say to that. Laverne,
you must have cheated.
So apparently they installed this roundabout in Kentucky. I guess Kentucky is not used to roundabouts. They didn't go very well. I'll tell you what's not going well. The definition of this picture was... Seriously, come on. Sort yourself out. Yeah. Oh my god, that's... Oh, if any of them carry on round, they're done. Why are people going over to the right-hand side of the road then? Yeah, this is not going to work. As soon as somebody on the left wants to continue round, that's just a head-on collision. And by the way, stop, please stop that car. To be fair, that car is doing the right thing, I think. That's a shambles, that's an accident waiting to happen. And also, like, which side of the road are you even driving? That is not going to work. Get rid of it immediately. A local HOA Karen forced a father to tear down his kid's recently built treehouse. Really? Dear anonymous passerby, don't worry, you're safe now. Your act of casual cruelty was successful. The complaint you lodged with the HOA was heard. They had me take down the small tree fort that I built on this location with my sons during the pandemic. No longer will its presence offend your walk past my house. Please, enjoy your stroll, free from the sound of my children's play and laughter. They're safely back inside now, watching TV, I'm sure. Enjoy the unobstructed view of my backyard. I will try to keep it up to code best days. Really? Is Karen complaining about just some random little treehouse built by his dad and his kid? What a sad little life. Why do people who choose not to get vaccinated go to the hospital and they get sick? They treat them with people they don't trust. No, that's actually a really good one. Unbelievable. I agree. I told my husband they should set up 10 hospitals for young fans. But instead of doctors and nurses there to treat them, they've got people who do Google searches on how to care for them. This seems only fair, since they trust the Google search more than professional med training. I mean, it's not as simple as that, honestly, but it is a very good point, I have to admit. In my opinion, anyway. Oh my god. This just gave me chills. Omega, freedom, and Chronos, freedom time. Omicron is the end time virus. Get right with the Devil's about to make his final move. You've gone from Omega to Omega. Two letters are the same. I mean, Chronos is bad enough. Omega to Omega, that's a stretch, it really is. Oh, you know what, I'll do it myself. Right, Omega and Chron, where are we going with this? Let's go with...
No! Please, no!
Amazing. We'll go with amazing.
I want to know all about Strange and how you're tied into all this.
Yeah, you know what?
I'll tell you everything.
I know, fans.
Strange came to me back at the asylum. He told me he had friends, powerful friends.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sort of people who could make things happen. All I had to do was turn a blind eye to his experiments and work on my campaign. He said his friends would ensure that I won.
Who are they?
I have no idea. I never met them. They funded everything. Money was no problem. All I had to do was set up Arkham City and put Strange in charge. It made perfect sense. The scum of Gotham needed to be punished. It would be my legacy.
Strange has been removing anyone with evidence against him and sending them into Arkham City.
Why are you arresting him then?
Enjoy your legacy.
Yeah. Sorry, he's getting arrested for rolling up his window. Is that illegal these days?
It doesn't look... No, you don't. You need to go back to the GCPD. Please, Bruce.
What? Oh, this guy's on some power trip, you know. Is the backup load? no way.
Hey, Batman, can you hear me? It's Officer Jones back in the
What
museum.
the hell? What are they doing? What are they? Sorry, what is happening? What are they doing? What is this? Sorry, arrested for filming your son. I need to do some investigating here. This whole thing is an absolute shambles. An absolute shambles. What happened? Here we go. The father and son won $200,000 from the city last year. Then the officer who pulled over the son is no longer working.
Get the hell out of...
Alright, at least a little bit of justice. But my God, 200k to a man who was pepper sprayed and arrested after he videotaped the police officer who pulled over his son. Yeah, I mean 200k is like the minimum they deserve. He's just been sprayed for no reason. He's standing right there. That is unbelievable. I etched a squid into a chef knife. I mean, wow, that is very, very cool. I'll give you that. But Opie's replies to his own post. This is epic. The details are amazing. How did you etch? We've got to change accounts. I'll be honest, I have done this before. I have tried to boost my own Reddit post. I haven't been as dumb to use the same account, but hey, look, we've all been there. Can you not hear the dogs, mate? What? Can you not hear the dogs? Big man, can you not hear... Oh! I mean, I thought the dogs were going to come through there. Not that he would lose his right foot. Man stealing her phone during the time she prayed. Bro.
What are you doing?
Oh, what?
We were friends, working together and all that.
And he's off. Thank God this is not a Oh, and he has the audacity.
What's left of my life. It seems
Stop.
like you've betrayed
Refused, yes.
Easy, cheeky, adventurous. Every passion you can think of is here, ready to blaze under the tree.
without my guys blowing your pointy head off. I double dare you.
Okay. Got it.
I'll tell you what's the worst thing about this. He has the audacity to do this. You little... This is on my little sister's test. A pizza has 5 pieces. Sarah eats 3 of the pieces. What fraction of the pizza did Sarah eat? 3/5 is correct. But 2/5 is the answer. Make sense of that one.
2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3 math.
Woman at Spencer's can't find her phone and accuses a black man behind her of stealing it, then finds it in her purse. Please say that is exactly what happens. That's brilliant. Alright, so that's the lady right there, looking for a phone.
Oh my God, what are you trying to get naked, lady?
I got you. Feel my fingers.
Nice.
I mean, she's genuinely panicking, but accusing someone of stealing your phone when you're not sure, it's not great. So the first thing you would do would be to call it and see if it rings, and then you would know where it is. Also, if these people had stolen your phone, they're not going to be waiting around, are they? They're going to be out.
Really?
She's already got plans growing all over.
No, you're not.
I don't know about this one. Because she does genuinely seem sorry, but then again, you can't just randomly accuse people of stealing your stuff. But hey, look, phones are very expensive these days. I would also panic, and the context is important. Maybe this person did genuinely like brush her, and she did genuinely think that he'd stolen it. It doesn't matter. If that's not racist, by the way. You can call it racist, but just because somebody's black doesn't mean this has to be racist. Comment below, that's actually an interesting one. I don't think she's a carrot. I think she's just panicked. I really do.
Batman!
What are you talking about?
Right! It is the
Get back in my car, bro!
Oh, she is absolutely goop, mate. Look at those eyes.
So what? So what if I'm
Arkham
black?
City is
What's
built
up?
on the best thing you
Nah, she's got something. That dog's in trouble.
You don't want to great. I'm not from California. What's up?
Yeah, she's got those scary eyes.
That's her, bro.
What is she doing? What is she doing? It's like stalking him. Why is she holding the dog like that? Put the dog down.
Why are you looking for me like this? Where did you come from? No, if you was a
Your mommy won't let you
is that your dog? What the
I'll make sure this hits your gut.
What have I just seen? I can confirm, by the way, the dog is fine. Speechless is what I am. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of r/facepalm. Really, in this one, it's been nothing short of unbelievable. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. If you want some more from this subreddit straight away, then do check out this playlist of all my facepalm videos. Or, you know, actually, you know what? I'll just put the best one on there. Don't watch a playlist. You've got better things to do. Just watch that instead. Click it, and have a great time.
My job is have a lunch. Sorry, Cole. Please. Mike Harper, and he...
Ring. Answer the damn phone already.
Sit down, boy. Pew. Black mask.
Stopping it.
I don't know. It keeps freezing back up.
It's freezes.
Look out! Batman!
Wait, why am I in this corner? No, get out of the corner! Thanks. Thanks, game. Thanks for throwing me in a corner.
I figured you'd have a little more fight in you. Guess I figured wrong.
Alright, here we go. I got you. Ready? Ready?
Wait, did you die?
Oh, mid, left. Mid. Yeah, baby! Spin on Z! Bitch! Wait, you kill Z?
We're dead. We're getting the glitch that people wanted to restart for.
Still be doing this when Quinn gets here.
I can't do this with you yapping at me. Just shut up already.
It's the bat.
We'll make sure this hurts you.
idiots spend every single day thinking up ways to leave me bitterly disappointed. Harley, when you get to the GCPD, kill a couple of them for me, will you, dear?
Big things start with kids at play. Play with loads of building, and unbuilding, and rebuilding. That's a big step.
I think we all know that the Christmas season is a time for giving, a time for caring for others, a time to reach out and be kind.
Impressive,
But
Batman.
one CEO didn't get that memo.
I doubted you would actually return.
I'm a man of my
Not
word.
great news. U.S. boss fired 900 employees on a Zoom call. I think not great news is putting it lightly. Let's talk about it.
Nice rack in her ass, Brazilian just turned 21, but my face.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we all know at the end of the day that business is pretty cutthroat. You know, people will do whatever it takes to reach the bottom line. But one thing that I think, we at least thought was still there was that laying off people like
Formula is
before
complete.
Christmas was just kind of
Bonding
not
process
a very
appears
cool
to have been successful.
Apparently, though, some companies
How
out
are
there
you
really
feeling?
don't care about the bad PR or their employees, to be fair,
Give it to
allegedly.
me. I'm afraid I cannot do that, Batman. You have given me your last order.
This is not a time for negotiation.
I think it is. Clown has my wife. Bring her back.
Man, I just feel like
You don't want to do this, Freeze.
Oh, I believe I do. You will bring me Nora, or you will die.
Oh, shit.
Oracle, Freeze is attacking me. Get me the telemetry feed from his suit now.
No problem. Bruce, remember what happened last time. Don't try to take him on in a straight-up fight. He's too powerful. Data's ready. Coming through now.
Before anyone's like, the company's got to do it, the company's got to do it. I understand needing to make layoffs, but, it could have waited until, after the holidays and not had a bunch of people stressed about their financial future going into the Christmas season. I just really don't think there's a better way to say I don't care about any of the people that work for you than, yeah, there was 900 of them fired right before the holidays. I'm not the CEO of this company, dude. For all I know, he's really, really loves his employees. That being said, it was horrible. That being said, it's very cold and callous for me to be like, whatever, you guys break your back for me, I don't care.
My mistakes, Batman.
Your employment here is clearly behind the mask. The market has changed preemptively in order to survive. The 42-year-old offered us an explanation. Ultimately, it was my decision and I wanted to do it. I don't think it's wanting it to come from him. Most CEOs of this position would have just put it on some poor worker in the office to gather everyone and fire them. That being said, I feel like the least you could do if you're going to be firing somebody is maybe give them a little bit more respect than a group Zoom call. They literally joined this Zoom call knowing that they're going in to a meeting with the CEO, right? A company
Get off me.
You just hop on the call and say, effective immediately, y'all are unemployed. You had a job because you don't know. If you think this is my opinion, let me know in the comments if I'm nuts, but I would almost prefer to be pulled into an office and have a long explanation as to why I was doing
That strategy will
especially because, the reasons that they cited are so vague. Productivity and, changes. Well, what does that mean, man? Do I suck at my job? Did you just get rid of certain departments? I don't know. So ice cold. And to top it all off, effective immediately, you're not even saying at the end of the week, you fire them over a Zoom call. It was a log off Zoom call. And you know, I know companies get into rough financial situations, maybe you gotta lay people off, you have to do what you have to do. But you should definitely do it in a way that doesn't lead to like everybody on the internet thinking that you're pretty heartless, because what you did was pretty heartless. I do not want to do this. The last time I did this, I tried, and this time I understand your strategy. One now, 400 what I recall as 3-minute stop. No. They dumped us like trash. We were there from worked hard for the man, I think when you're firing 900 people, like, obviously, there's going to be some people that maybe deserve it, not the most productive people, but you're definitely going to be some people that also are working hard. I also love how the boss is, like, trying to make this about him, you know? I don't want to do this. Last time I fired you guys, I cried. I'm not going to do that this time. Like, oh man, you're not going to cry over firing 900 people before doing it. If anything, I feel like that's, you know, a pretty normal reaction to get upset and be like, ah, crap, dude, I feel horrible. I especially love that he's like, I don't want to do this. I cried last time. I hope to be stronger, so I'm going to make this quick. Hops off the Zoom call and that has to be a world record.
Sit down, boy.
Absolutely no doubt in my mind, this guy is a very swallowing stuff for a all these workers I do feel bad for, bro. Like, obviously, sometimes the job isn't safe. You're gonna lose your job maybe sometimes. But everybody deserves a little bit more respect than a 3-minute Zoom call effective immediately firing with guys like, I felt bad last time, but I'm managing to hold it together this one. Kevin Ryan, better to have financial officer, said the company has laid off 9% of its employees. Having discussed layoffs however, reports establishing that we're focused workforce together set us up to play offense going into a radically evolving home-ownership market, said Mr. Ford. Alright, so yada yada yada, you gotta like try to spin this in the best way possible for your company, right? Like, you know, oh yeah, we're gonna be way better in the future. I feel like companies that are doing fantastic though, you know, I don't know their financial data on the book, usually aren't laying off their workforce. I understand it's a future move, but I'm just saying, companies that are killing it usually don't hire 10% of the workforce out of nowhere. And like I said, for all I know, there's some people explanation. Like, oh, our balance
Can't allow Freeze
so
to see me.
good, we're
He's
fine
too
with 9%
dangerous.
of the workforce. And what's even wilder to me is obviously people with job contraction as it was going to do. You know, I think a lot of people are just kind of fed up with how disposable jobs treat them. So when this started to get traction, instead of coming out and saying that they were wrong or they're sorry or that, you know, they should have handled it differently, the CEO came out and was like, yeah, well, some of the people that we fired really weren't working that much. And listen, like I said, obviously a bunch of people were going to suck, but you still fired 900 people on the call. There's just some instances where you should probably come out and be like, you know what, probably should have done it better. And I feel like this is one of those situations. I'm not saying that it's impossible to like not make a mistake and have something like this realize that's serious it was or something. But it really doubled down. You saw the founder of the CEO of the digital marketing company laid off 90 people over Zoom and 250 of the terminated staff. Know that at least 250 of the people were working an average of 8 days, clocking in 8 hours a day in the payroll system. They were stealing from you skills from our customers who pay the bills that pay our bills. Get educated, Zarg wrote, according to a blind post in my fortune. So, like, alright, man, once again, I get it, it's the annoyance. You could have just got those 250.
She's all I have left.
People on the Zoom call and fired them. I'm not defending those 250 people. If you were logging like 2 hours of work but saying you worked days, you know, that's wrong. You should
Harley Quinn took it.
But that still leaves like 650 people that weren't doing that. That decided to lay off over a Zoom call that
It's not
lasted
that simple.
under 3 minutes.
Joker's got the steel mill locked down.
Definitely deserve it. I don't
Getting
think
in will
anyone's
not be easy.
say a company with
Perhaps
thousands of
I can
employees
help.
is like always
I've
going
been
to have
working on a new
everybody working at full
projectile
speed.
system.
But if you knew who the 250 employees were that were basically stealing from the company, then you could have just rounded up and done it the heartless way on them, and the people that were working hard, you should have at least had a little bit more respect.
Goes animated.
No one's saying you gotta respect the people that are stealing from your business, bro, but you probably should respect the employees that have been there from the beginning and worked to make your company what it is. A little more, man. I also just don't think doubling down was the best thing to do in this situation. Like, it doesn't make you look better to tell people that are upset about this to get educated. But hey, whatever, man. I'm not the one running a mortgage company. What do I know? Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. Moral of the story is don't sacrifice your blood, sweat, and tears for a company that isn't going to, like, even care to give you warning before they fire you. If you enjoyed, press the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. And, of course, subscribe if you're new. Turn on those notifications. If you really want to help me out, I'll put a link to the intro song down below, along with links to my podcast, the Stubcast. Or, of course, you could use code SCRUBBY at the G Fuel checkout. Great way to get a discount on G Fuel and help me out. I appreciate it. We've also got the Karen Christmas sweater, and that link's going to be in the top of the description, so be sure to go check that out. I would appreciate it. Be sure to get your festivities on, top it. Rumor has it that if you get the Karen Christmas sweater, you do get moved to the nice list automatically. Just saying. And, yeah, on that note, that's going to do it for the video. Don't get anyone pregnant if you do make sure they're hot, and hopefully I will see and reveal one of you guys next time with the video. I'm going to go lay off 1,000 people over the Skype call and call it a day. I'm out. Peace.
Mm-hmm.